Hi guys, we are back with our turtles here on Randy and the Bears, right? You're not a bear, but you're a turtle. Well, it should be like Bears and Friends, right? Any rate, so this is Leonardo, and as we showed you last video, we had Raphael, and me and Leonardo just want to talk about the turtles for a little bit. Turtles, like I said, I've been grew up with them since the 80s, and back in 1984 is when they first were realized in comic book form, and then when they messed some popularity, they got a couple movies out of it. The movies are really awesome, probably kind of archaic because they're so low tech, but the costumes are awesome, made by Jim Henson Productions, which is really cool. Jim Henson got to be a part of it, and they were also part of Marvel Comics. So it was one of the new comics back in that time period. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. In the comic book, it was a little bit darker than the TV series that came out shortly thereafter, because after the toy line took off in the late 80s, which was really huge, and kids got really into the Ninja Turtles, it spawned a TV series, which has had a couple incarnations of that since. So they just keep evolving the Turtles line of toys and cartoons to reflect the next generation. So like we were talking about, the last one was in the 2012 series, which we feel like these were modeled after. But the toys and the merchandise and the comic books have been going on for the last 30 years. Just different forms of it. I also saw in the bio that they were part of Image Comics back in the late 90s, which I thought was interesting because that's the same comic book company that does the Spawn comics, which would actually be understandably why they were darker in the comics, because those are definitely darker comics. Comics definitely be like, especially with characters like the Turtles, would have been like an action kind of comic, so they definitely are darker than the cartoon series. The cartoon series was built for kids, younger kids, during the Saturday morning hours. So there's a little history for you. So I was hoping that they would actually do like more with it, but we haven't seen a new show since the last two movies came out. And the first movie I thought was pretty decent, but then they kind of fizzled. They've not done real well in the movies. I think it's because the technology looked worse than the hokey costumes of the 80s. I think that's what it is. I think people liked what they did in the 80s, even though they were more Power Ranger-ish. And in the new movies, just kind of the technology didn't match up with what people expected, and the storylines were a little bit weak as far as that. So I hope they can do more with it. It would have been awesome to see them do like the villains for the Build-A-Bears, because the giant wolf, the giant turtle, the villains, they would be awesome for Build-A-Bear characters. But they are a little bit darker, so I don't know if they would do those. But that'd be cool, because they did Bowser, and he had the spiky shell too. So I'd be curious what kind of detail they put in that. As you can see here with Leonardo, we got a little bit different things going on here. Oh, he's a little bit stained. We still got to do our cleaning video, right? We've been so busy through the holidays. But he has a lighter bandage for his wrists and his feet, so you can see the detail more of the lines, which again is really cool, how they make it look like it's actual bound up feet and wrists to protect him from injuries when he's in battle. He has knee pads and his elbow pads are lighter brown, but it also gives it more texture. So, and because he's more of a lime green and a lighter green, it gives more flavor to who he is as Leonardo, the leader, and different from Raphael. I think they did that on purpose, kind of reflected like of the cartoons, where they're all different. And just like our predecessor with Raphael, he has the popple face. Again, I don't know how to think about these party faces. It's just because the shape of his head's a little weird. It's better than Raphael's. I love his smile. This smile is really awesome. The little teeth line they got going on here. And he's got the blue eyes. We love the blue eyes. So they all like different colored eyes, which I love. They get all unique, which is amazing. And then, of course, we have the battle face. I still feel like Raphael and Leonardo's battle faces are better than their party face. Got the little angry teeth here, which is really cool. This is really cool smirk. We go smaller. And of course we have the detailed shell in back, which is really soft. Like if you get these for your kids, and these are good to play with and lay on because they're so soft and pillow plump, firm, which is really cool. The way and again, like I said before, he's very floppy and lanky, so he's fun to cuddle with. It's like no way you couldn't cuddle with him, which wouldn't be very cute or just therapeutic, because cuddling with stuffed toys is therapeutic. And then because he is different, he has different weapons. So these are his swords. They don't fall out as easily as the sides because they go all the way down, but we crisscross them so it looks really cool. They're awesome because they go onto his hands and stuff. so he can be ready for battle. Just like his brother, he has this cool little patch here. It resembles Build-A-Bear, and
Never give up hope.
that's the leader right there. Hey,
Never give up hope.
do you have something else?
We gotta help each other. Work together.
See, that makes him the leader. So Leonardo's awesome. Him and Raphael are always butting heads. So I gotta set them apart with Donatello and Michelangelo, the party kids, because they'd always be at fighting each other, clashing their weapons together. Isn't that cool? He is so awesome. So yeah, and then usually they just sit on my turtle shelf, and they sit on a blanket that resembles their style. I think it's a turtle blanket with a couple of my little other 80s characters that Build-A-Bear did. So yeah, I just put them in there like that, so they crisscross. It looks really cool, right? That's awesome. So the shell's really good for holding their weapons, which I love about it. Makes it easy so you can have it compact. You can put them in your bag, and it just sticks out with its little weapons. And his arms go through the holes really well, so they're floppy because they're long. So people can see from a distance, even when your bag's on him, this is a turtle. And I have the blue-green bag that matches the turtles a little better, so it's awesome when I carry him around. He's definitely one of my favorites. I'm always been excited when it comes to Turtle Days because people really get engaged with the turtles when I bring them out because everyone loves the turtles. It's classic. Turtles give everyone some really happy feelings, and when they're so cuddly and floppy, definitely something you would want to put as part of your collection if you can find them, because these guys are amazing. So, again, we'll be showing some of his other brothers shortly, so you have to stay tuned, like, and subscribe, and get to a couple of my favorites. You know, he's like my favorite colors. He's blue. I'm more of the brain myself, and a little bit of the partier, so get to see those ones next. If you guys join, stay tuned. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for checking out Leonardo. He does not really, into all the attention like Rafa is, but what are you going to do? See you guys.